Also, our top national story on this Wednesday, hurricane warnings now in effect as Hurricane Florence continues to churn towards the U.S. coast.
CBS's Mola Lenghi is in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina with our story.
The most dire predictions about Florence moved closer to becoming a reality on Tuesday. Now a Category 4 storm, it's on track to make a direct strike on the southeastern United States.
It is an extremely dangerous, life-threatening, historic hurricane.
Officials in the Carolinas and Virginia continue to sound the alarm about the growing danger.
Even if you've ridden out storms before, this one is different. Don't bet your life on riding out a monster.
At the White House, FEMA officials briefed President Trump on the rapidly intensifying hurricane. Mr. Trump has declared a federal state of emergency for the region.
The safety of American people is my absolute highest priority. We are sparing no expense. We are totally prepared. We're ready.
More than 1.5 million people here along the coast are under a mandatory evacuation. Further inland, residents are bracing for what's being described as catastrophic flooding.
We're all waiting for generators, waiting for that storm to hit. We need some power for the house. So, doing the best we can. It's supposed to be a truck coming in 10:30, so we're all waiting here.
In some areas, supplies are already running low. Store shelves are being emptied of food, and many gas stations have put up signs like this one, saying they've run out. Mola Lenghi, CBS News, Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina.
Now, Florence is expected to make landfall on Thursday evening or Friday morning.
Now, as Hurricane Florence barrels towards the Carolinas, most residents are heeding mandatory evacuations.
That's right. However, there are always those who choose to ignore those warnings and stay behind. CNN's Martin Savage gets both perspectives.
It's the question everyone asks. Are you staying or going?
I am definitely leaving. It's going to be bad, no doubt, yes.
Deva Villapiano has also made up her mind.
Oh, I'm going. I'm definitely going. I was here through Bertha and Fran and several others, but this is not the same kind of storm.
She owns a Silver Dollar Bar and Grill, where the last of the boards are going up in the windows and the last of the food is coming out of the fridge.
If it comes in as a 4, this could be, the whole island could be decimated.
Carolina Beach is under a mandatory evacuation order, and the order is simple: leave. If you're here after 8 p.m. Wednesday, you're on your own. At the local gas station, you find folks who are definitely out of here.
If you don't get off, you're going to be a casualty, plain and simple.
And you find some who still seem undecided.
I may change my mind, but right now I'm planning on riding it out.
So I got a tip in town, as cliche as that sounds, that on this particular street, there is a whole group of neighbors that have banded together, and apparently they're going to stay. Are you staying or going?
No, we're headed out.
Nice man.
We're going to take the smart route.
Nice man, especially with a little one there.
Yeah, exactly. Sitting here without power for about 5 days doesn't seem like a great idea.
But in a nearby garage, I find friends Bill and Stan, and they're staying. And they won't be alone.
How many people do you think are going to be staying?
Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got about 5 to 6 right in the cul-de-sac they're staying.
Oh. The guys laugh about it, but both say they're getting calls and texts from friends begging them to leave.
People are calling me and say, don't stay, don't stay. This is going to be a killer.
The pair have a brand new generator and joke about a fridge full of beer. But there is a seriousness as to why they want to ride it out.
I want to stay here and protect what I have and stay with my neighbors and help out if I can on the island.
Back on the beach, I find Danielle Moody sitting all by herself at the water's edge. She moved here just 20 days ago.
What are you going to do?
We're going to seek shelter. We're going to go and stay with some family inland.
She and her fiancé just finished building their dream home and now have to leave it behind. She's here for a few last moments of peace.
I just wanted to get one more glimpse of it.
She's going and worries a lot of what she's looking at may soon be gone.
Now, Florence is currently a Category 4 storm with sustained winds at 140 miles an hour. Authorities have ordered 1 million residents to evacuate.